Listen to me. If you're in somebody's wedding, if somebody asks you to be a part of their wedding and they need you to buy a dress by a certain date, if you don't have the money, tell them you don't have the money. Don't procrastinate. Don't lie. Don't wait till the last minute. Well, that's procrastination.
So he replies to the video, "You're super duper pretty." So I'm like, "Oh, thanks." And then he says, "I like that you're sure."
It's another story time, y'all. Let's get to it.
Like, it's not just a dick pic, it's his whole body, but his whole body. It's just like, oh, we're getting straight to it.
Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Nina Boss. And if this is your first time here, welcome. And if you already subscribed, welcome back. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Make sure you like and comment too and share it with your friends. I don't know why my edge control be turning white sometimes. It's so annoying. So, y'all, I know I'm not gonna tell y'all what time it is. Oh, it's 1:30. I could smoke one clip. So I know. I did not share a story with y'all. I need to put it wrong. I did not share a story with y'all last Friday. I'm so sorry, but I have a good reason. Your girl got flued out. I got flued out to the DR Punta Cana, and it was for work, so it was not like that kind of flued out, but it was still considered a flued out, you know what I'm saying? So yes, I did a wedding. I did hair and makeup for a wedding. It was very much something. It was very strenuous for one person to do so many people. I don't even know how many, maybe 7. I did a lot. Your girl is tired, and it is Tuesday because I got my margarita. I don't got my wine today, but I got my margarita. And it's Taco Tuesday, so I could have a margarita. And I got my green hookah because it's about to be St. Patrick's Day. And so I'm not going to show y'all my hookah, though, until I post my next video, which will be this Friday. So two videos in 1 week, because I got my St. Patrick's tree and y'all got to see it. So anyway, because I was doing a wedding, I'm deciding to have a wedding theme story time. So this story time, I haven't come up with a title yet, but it's gonna be about my bridal party. I might call it the bridal party from hell. Because I know that, like, planning a wedding is stressful. Trying to get everybody on one accord is stressful. Planning an event, period, is stressful. This edge control is giving gray hair. Like, I'd rather edge control that get shiny and just look like you greasy as hell than edge control that dry out and look white and oxidizes all stupid. But anyway, I'm sorry, I keep getting sidetracked by my edge control. It looks like gray hair. So yeah, I had the bridal party from hell. It wasn't from hell, but it was like annoying. So I don't even know what to name these people because it was so many people involved. So I'm just gonna tell y'all the story, like the dynamics of how I even ended up with the people in my wedding in the first place. So I know I told y'all about my friend Cherry Blossom. So first of all, me and Sir, it took a while for us to get married because he proposed and then we did this on and off breakup thing. It took us, from the time he proposed to the time we got married, it was 4 years, or 3 or 4 years. And so, yeah, it was 4 years, 3 years, sorry. Yeah, so when we finally came up with a date, so at the time, I know I told y'all Callie is my best friend. I'm sorry I'm all over the place, but I know y'all, I told y'all Callie my best friend. Callie is my best friend. She's been my best friend since high school. But in between that time, I've had other friends, other best friends, or other people that I call best friends. So I had a best friend at the time that I was getting married, and she was my maid of honor. And I'm gonna call her, what did I say I was gonna call her? It was, I don't know. We're gonna call her Scandalous. So Scandalous was my maid of honor. She was my best friend. And Scandalous was on and off in a relationship too. I'm just giving y'all backstory. And they decided that they wanted to get married as soon as I said I picked a date. Like, they weren't talking about getting married or anything. They weren't engaged or anything. There was no ring or nothing. We picked the date, and like me and Sir picked our date in November. That's when we started planning the wedding. And that's when we announced, started asking people to be in the wedding. And the wedding was in April, the next April. So we don't have a lot of time. That's not a lot of time to plan a wedding, if you want it the way you want it. So yeah, Scandalous decided to like rush and get married in December when I announced my wedding in November. So, of course, that was my best friend. So I'm not looking at it like that because that's my best friend. So, you don't think that type of way. But I've had conversations with other people, and all of that was on purpose. But that's neither here nor there. So yeah, it was Scandalous was my maid of honor. Then I had my sister. We gonna call her Tangi Lala, and she know why her name is Tangi Lala. So my older sister was one of my bridesmaids. That's Tangi Lala. So we got Tangi Lala and Scandalous. And then I had Cherry Blossom. And then I have another sister, a younger sister. We gonna call her Young Tender. I don't know why, but that's my younger sister's name. So yeah, I think that was, and this other girl, I got another story time with her too, so I'm gonna give her a name. She was, we gonna call her Ageless. It's a reason why too, because that story is crazy. But Ageless was one of my bridesmaids. So I had 4 bridesmaids and a maid of honor. I think that was 4 people I gave y'all. Ageless, Young Tender, Tangi Lala, Cherry Blossom, and Scandalous. So 4 bridesmaids and my maid of honor. So first I call Cherry Blossom. And y'all know Cherry Blossom from my other story. If you don't know who Cherry Blossom is, go ahead and just watch my other stories so you can keep up with my stories when I tell them, because I'm not going back to explain nothing. So yeah, I called Cherry Blossom and I'm like, hey, can you be my bridesmaid? I didn't do no fancy bridesmaid proposal. I don't know if that was a thing. I don't know. But I just asked her, can she be a bridesmaid? She was like, yeah, I'll be a bridesmaid. And then I was like, so you got to make sure that you're making yourself available, because it's like crunch time. Like, we're planning this wedding really fast. And she was like, why do you keep inviting me to stuff to uninvite me? What? What are you talking about? Like, huh? I just asked you to be my bridesmaid and I said you need to make time. That's it. Like, what are you talking about? So then she goes on to say, I have to tell all of this story or else it's not going to make no sense. But she goes on to say, well, the last time you invited me to something was your birthday. Mind you, my birthday's in October. This is November. We're having this conversation. Last time you invited me to something, it was your birthday, and you basically uninvited me. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So that year I was turning 25. I had a 25th birthday party at this lounge I used to go to all the time. It's called Mint Lounge. So if you're from the Atlanta area and you was going out around that time, you know where Mint Lounge is. So I had a birthday party. I had my 25th birthday party at Mint Lounge. I invited Cherry Blossom, and um, she told me like the day of, that's my uncle's birthday party day, or y'all got the same birthday, or he was having something to her uncle. And she was like, and I can't miss it. And I'm like, okay, it's all right. If you can't make it, I understand. That's your uncle. That's your family. So I get it. That's literally all I said. She took that as I didn't want her to come because I wasn't mad. So you want me to be mad at you? It was just a lot of stuff that this girl had did and said over the years, and it's just like, girl, why you keep being friends with this girl? That's not your friend, girl. That's not your friend. Sorry, I'm fixing my cold. But yeah, she would do some stupid stuff. So anyway, this was one of me and Cherry Blossom's falling out. So she was supposed to be at my wedding. Now she bringing up a birthday from the month before. Like, if you had a problem with however I reacted to you saying you can't come to my event, I'm not mad, but you wanted me to be mad, so now you mad because I wasn't mad. That's dumb. So yeah, so she was like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna come to the wedding, because I even asked my friend, and I showed them like both conversations or whatever, text messages, I don't know, and you just sound like a hater to everybody. And I'm like, I don't need a validation from anybody else about a conversation that I had with you. If you want to call me a hater because I'm asking you to be my bridesmaid, you're a psychopath. And at the end of all of this, I really feel like it's the people that I chose. And so maybe I'm a little crazy. I don't know. But this is just the stories that happens in my life. And so y'all just gonna hear them. Cherry Blossom was like, yeah, I'm just gonna be a guest at the wedding. And I was like, well, you have to be invited. You have to be invited to be a guest. And so she never said anything, I don't think. And we never spoke again. Like, I had a baby the next year and everything. We did not speak. We did speak eventually, but years went by before we spoke again. I think my baby was 2. It was some time went by. So yeah, that was, Cherry Blossom was out. Basically, y'all, like, I replaced the same position about 4 times. So that's what this story is gonna be. So yeah, Cherry Blossom was out. Everybody else was still in place, but now I need to fill this other spot because Sir got all these people. You know, he got his groomsmen. He got more people than I do. And I'm just like, I feel some type of way. We need to match. So it's getting down to the wire now. I'm sending out messages for people to order their dress by a certain date, and they are not ordering their dresses, and it was really getting on my nerves. Like, me having to remind if you in somebody's wedding, listen to me. If you're in somebody's wedding, somebody asks you to be a part of their wedding, and they need you to buy a dress by a certain date. If you don't have the money, tell them you don't have the money. Don't procrastinate. Don't lie. Don't wait till the last minute. Well, that's procrastination. But just don't string them along. If you don't want to be in the wedding, say it. And if you want to be in the wedding and you just don't have the money, say it. But don't wait till the last minute to order your anything. Like, just try to stay on top of things, because you're adding more stress to the bride who's already stressed. You don't need to add more stress to the bride. You need to make things easier for the bride. That's why you're bridesmaid. Because you're supposed to be servicing the bride, not adding stress to the bride. Anyway, rant over. So, yeah. So the next person I decided to ask to be in my wedding after Cherry Blossom, other girl, I was cool with her and her husband. I'm still cool. I don't know. I feel like she don't like me. Anyway, I asked her to be in my wedding because at the time we were closer. Asked her to be a bridesmaid. She said yes. Told her the bridesmaid dresses and the details or whatever. She wasn't able to make it to anything. I don't think she did a fitting. Getting a phone call. I don't think she did a fitting or anything, which is so annoying. Let me answer this. You're interrupting my filming.
Oh, sorry. Okay, calm
Okay, bye. So, I don't even know where I was at. Oh, so I asked, I was friends with this girl, her husband. I asked her to be a bridesmaid, and she said yes. And then it was like 2 months after she said yes, where she was like, "So I'm pregnant, and I don't want to waste money on a dress and then not be able to be in the wedding because I don't know how this pregnancy is going to be and blah blah blah," right? So I'm like, okay, I'm not even gonna give her a name. But long story short, her best friend ended up getting married the same weekend as me. And she was not only in the wedding with her pregnant belly, she bought a dress and was the maid of honor. And I'm not saying that I should be on the same level as her best friend, but don't lie to me and tell me um you can't afford to buy a dress, and then you don't know how this pregnancy is gonna go, blah blah blah. Like, people have babies every day. I'm just saying, like, that's not a reason to not being some, I don't know. I'm not even gonna go there. But I was so annoyed at this point because I'm just like, why did you waste my time? Like, I don't see the purpose. You could have just said no. You wasted my time. So now at this point, desperate. So I decided to ask um Sir's cousin. So now I'm like, oh, that's cool. She cool. We cool. And it's family, so it's like, I don't know why I didn't ask her in the first place, but I asked her and she said yes. Guess what she said, y'all? She ended up saying, and I'm not giving her name either. She ended up saying that she pregnant and she's sickly while she pregnant and she not gonna be able to do it. At this point, me and Sir had already purchased her dress because it was last minute. We wanted to go ahead and get that part out of the way because it's down to the wire. So we purchased her dress, and now she's telling me that she can't be in the wedding because she get real sick while she is pregnant, and she don't know if she's gonna be able to walk or stand for a while, and she just doesn't want to be a letdown. And I understand because she really does get sick during her pregnancies. I've seen her be sick, and that is not fun. I don't even remember what it's called when you just be throwing up like that. Like the whole pregnancy. It's like she was sick bad. So I was mad, but just more disappointed than mad. I'll say that. But now I just got this dress. And it's like, what am I gonna do with this dress? So I'm venting to my stylist at the time, which is actually, she was in my other store. Her name is Lady. And I was venting to Lady, and she was like, why didn't you just see if the dress fits my daughter? Because I was close to her and her daughter. Her daughter. The age gap between me and Lady is about the same as the age gap between me and her daughter. So I'm old enough and young enough to hang with both of them. But at the time, she was really young. But anyway, I was like, well, at this point, I'm super, super desperate. I already got the dress, so let's see if it fits. And it did. It fit like a glove. And that's who my other bridesmaid was. So we just gonna call her Lady Daughter. So now I have Tangilala, who's my sister, Young Tender, who's my younger sister. Tangilala is my older sister. I have Scandalous, who's my maid of honor. And I have, girl, I can't remember all these people. I don't know. Y'all know the names. But I ended up, oh, and the girl, Ageless. That story with Ageless, I might do that on Friday because y'all got to hear this story. That's the story I'm going to do on Friday about Ageless because that was crazy. Anyway, I ended up with these 4 bridesmaids and my maid of honor, and my day was beautiful, and everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. My period started the day before the wedding, so now I am trying to change my tampon in the bathroom with this big ass white dress on with 2 people trying to help me. It was a mess. At the time, I didn't even know nothing about stopping a period. I didn't even think I knew my period was coming. It might have come early. I don't know. I was just stressed. Like my eyebrows was stuck upward. When my eyebrows get stuck up like this, it's just stress. And I feel it all over my body. And so, yeah. I also, Tangilala. Tangilala gave me such a hard time, and I don't think she even remembers. I mean, I did remind her because she just got married. And I made sure I remind her how much of a hard time she gave me when I was getting married. But I didn't give her a hard time, I don't think. I hope I didn't. Let me know if I gave you a hard time, sis. But I did my best. I tried to do the best I could do. Let me go get a cold. I'll be right back. We back. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm smoking my hookah. So, yeah, Tangilala gave me the hardest time. So, it was like certain pictures that I seen, like planning the wedding that I wanted to take. And, like, it was a picture of these hands. It was like the whole bridal party. And you can tell which hands are the bride's hands. And I didn't want to be, like, real anal and be like, oh, I want you to do your nails this way. I didn't want to do that, but when I seen this picture, I was like, oh, I got to do this picture. I got to recreate it. So I asked my bridesmaids, I asked the whole bridal party, and to please get a French square tip nail. That is plain and simple wedding nails. Everybody had French tip square nails, plain and simple. Tangilala came with curved stiletto American manicure nails. So I had long square French tip nails. And my hands didn't look like bride's hands compared to Tangilala's hands because her hands are different from everybody else's. So now I can't take the picture because it's not going to look right. So I'm just like, okay, forget about that. Then came shoes. It was a picture of shoes that I wanted to do. You know, everybody foot in the middle. And you could tell which foot is the bride's shoe. Child, this edge control is a no-go. So, yeah, everybody one foot in the middle, whatever. Everybody did not have the same color dress. It was 2 in one color and 2 in the other color, and they all had the same dress style, but yeah. But I wanted everybody to have the same shoe. If you're familiar with Shoeland, they have like really cheap shoes, like $20, $25 shoes, and it was around that price. I went to Shoeland, picked the shoe out that I wanted everybody to get, sent the picture to everybody. Everybody was cool with getting the shoe, including Tangilala. Then she decides to last minute tell me, well, I don't know if she went to another wedding or what, but she already had shoes that were very similar to those shoes. And she was like, I just don't feel like I should have to spend another $20, $25 on a shoe that I have almost the same exact shoe to this shoe. It was the same material, it was the same color, but it was a different style. And the heel was higher that she had a higher heel. And I was just like, but that's not the shoe that I want. Like, I feel like if it sounds petty when you're not the bride, but when you're the bride, you want things a certain way, and you don't want to have to fight nobody to have things the way that you want them. But something as simple as a shoe, just buy the damn shoe. Like, why are you giving me a hard time? She said she not buying that shoe, y'all, and she didn't buy it. She came with the shoes that she had, and I was very annoyed. But it was just like, it is what it is. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. Like, it rained on my wedding day, and my wedding was outside. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. And Tangilala gave me a hard time. You gave me a hard time, Tangilala. And I didn't give you a hard time at your wedding. Or I tried not to. But you gave me a hard time. So, yeah. I had other stories with other people, but it's not that important. Y'all get the gist. I had to replace one bridesmaid like 3 or 4 times. It was very annoying and very stressful. And I'm just so glad that that day came and went and was over with. And I didn't have to deal with that no more. But I don't know about remarrying. Um, I like the whole destination wedding thing since I went to DR. I like that idea. I don't know about remarrying though, y'all. I might be by myself for a long, long time. Cause yeah, people crazy, and I just don't see myself attaching myself permanently to someone else legally for a long, long time. So maybe somebody might change my mind, but right now that's where my mind is. Like, y'all scary. Y'all some scary individuals, and I'd rather not. So yeah, that's my story time. Y'all tune in for another story time on Friday. I'm gonna try to get this edited and out by today. And today is Tuesday. If not, it'll be on Wednesday. And yeah. So thanks for listening to my story. Make sure y'all tune in every Friday. And make sure y'all go ahead and like this video right now. Like this video right now. Comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And I'll be back every Friday with your girl, Nina Boss. Thanks for watching.